live on Facebook for the Leadership TKO live night show. How's everybody doing? We just finished wrapping up, for those of you on Facebook, we just finished wrapping up a 6:30 wealth building presentation, and now we're here for the Leadership TKO live night show. Now, this is a show that I actually do every single night during the week around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But on the weekend, we do it at 7 o'clock p.m. and we do it on my fan page. We go live from my fan page on Saturdays and Sundays. But welcome to this show. Glad to be here before you tonight. Now, this is something that we do to empower leaders like yourself with the ability to win from the inside out, growing your influence, your impact, and your income. And so if that's something that you want to accomplish, you want to be an influential leader, you want to impact more lives, and maybe you want to grow your income, you are in the right place at the right time. So whether you're catching this live or the replay, go ahead and like or love the stream. Comment below in the comment section, and then also share this thing out to those that you love and you care about the most, because what we've been doing over the last couple of weeks is going over concepts from this particular book here, The 103 Ways to Fail in Network Marketing, A Guide to Your Success, a book written by my mentors, senior mentors, Mrs. Valerie and Ty Beth. Now, we're not going to be here long tonight because we do have a training that's actually about to start right now, but I want to make sure I'm consistently giving you value and nuggets from this book. Consistency is the key when it comes to doing anything great. And so again, I'm going to share with you tonight the 57th way to fail in network marketing. If you want to succeed, don't do this nugget. I'm going to read it to you, what Mr. and Mrs. Best has here, and then I'm going to give you my perspective, short and sweet tonight. Are you ready? I'm telling you, it's going to be short and sweet. So the 57th way to fail in network marketing is this: constantly talk about the other companies you have failed or succeeded in. Constantly talking about it. Now, here's what they say furthermore. If your past is not positive, don't talk about it. If you have been in 5 different companies, now we know people who are dipping, who are business hopping, sort of similar to church hopping, right? Business hopping. They jumping from one opportunity to the next opportunity to the next opportunity. You're like, I don't know what is going on. Listen, don't talk about it. If your main business builder, quit, if that person quit, don't talk about it. If you no longer believe in your business that you're plugged into, don't talk about it. That is what Mr. and Mrs. Best have to say about this nugget. Constantly talking about companies you have failed or succeeded in. The reality is, if you're trying to be committed to one company, be committed. Be committed. Why would you bring up thoughts about other companies that you've been a part of? And then, best of all, why would you jump from one company to the next company? My mentor, Mr. Michael Delco, he was talking about it and hinting on this, earlier today. The indication is when you jump from one company to another company to another company, it has a networking component to it. Not only does it create confusion for those that may be connected to you, but it also indicates that you're not making any money. It indicates that you are broke, that you have no money. And why would someone want to be connected to someone that's hopping from one opportunity to the next opportunity? That shows inconsistency, instability, all right? And how would you follow? Why would you follow yourself? Would you follow someone like that? So then if the answer is no, why would someone want to follow after you? Now, if you start hopping, everyone else is going to start hopping too. How are you going to build a sustainable business, a thriving business, hopping? See, the key to thriving, the reason why trees grow so strong is because they remain planted. You see, the barks of the trees are so big and the roots spread out so wide. Why? Because they remain planted. Uproot that tree, and I'm telling you, it won't grow. Take that branch off, and it won't grow. The key is being planted. The key, again, going back to this nugget, keeping your mouth shut, focusing in on the company you're committed to. Don't dwell on the past. One example that I often think about really quick before I end is, and for those of you who know, I'm definitely a Bible scholar. I love, of course, plugging into the Word. And I think about this story when, Lot and his family, they were told to exit out of a place that was being destroyed. I'm not going to get too specific with details, but they were told to exit a place that was being destroyed. And unfortunately, they were told not to look back. Don't dwell back on the city that was being burned. What happened? Lot's wife turned around and looked back. And what happened to Lot's wife? Because her mind was there in that particular place. Her mind was in Sodom. That was the place, of course, Sodom and Gomorrah. And so again, she turned into a pillar of salt. She died instantly. You try to dwell in the past too long, and you will kill what you're trying to build. Don't dwell there. You might reflect. You might think, but don't dwell there. Okay? Focus on where you're going, where you're headed. Okay? Because that's what you can change. That's what you can impact. You can't change the past. What's in the past is in the past. Let it stay. Okay? Let it stay there. Let it go. Shake off the dust, right? Off your shoulders, off your feet, and keep it moving. Let it stay there. You want to focus in on where you're going. What I also live my life by is what I focus on the longest becomes the strongest. And I want to say that to you. What are you focusing in on? Don't focus in on the past. You can't, how is the past success is going to help you as far as past successful businesses, right? So the question is, why didn't you stay there if it was successful? Think about it. And so again, building a thriving business, especially if it has a networking component to it, you want to focus on where you're headed. Don't dwell on successful past businesses or, of course, businesses that fail. Because again, you want to be the example that others would want to follow. So again, I appreciate your time on tonight here with the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. Listen, if you're looking for something that's going to help you to press forward towards the goals you want to achieve, maybe you want to get paid 5 times a month. Maybe you want to get paid while you sleep, because people are actually doing this right now because of an amazing system that we're plugged into. I want to invite you to learn about this system. And there's going to be a presentation at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. And my brother, Mr. Gregory McKay, he is going to lay it out. He's going to share with you information about this system. Make sure you plug into this presentation by downloading, number one, the Zoom app. That's right. You can do it on your phone or on the laptop. And then around 8:50 p.m., get there early now. Presentation starts at 9. So get there at 8:50, and so that you can watch it. Now it's going to take place at www.goldrocks.info. Make sure you get yourself in place to view the entire thing. And of course, get back with the person that shared this stream, or of course directs you to the presentation, so that you can find out, you can get your questions answered, and you can get registered and plugged into this amazing ecosystem that's going to help you to bring in some residual income. So thank you so much for tuning in to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. I am, of course, your gracious host, leadership specialist and wealth mentor, Lakeisha McKnight. We'll be back tomorrow night with yet another fresh episode here from the timeline. So until then, everyone, I encourage you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night, everyone. God bless. And I'll catch you on the presentation platform at 9 o'clock p.m.